Okay, TV's Kevin. I'm back here and still working on my chili. It's working up supper here. Back to the water subject. It's serious business to even find good water anymore that's safe to drink. If you got a resource like that, then you're blessed by God to have it. Because most people out here have to drink whatever they can get or pay for their water, like I am now. I never paid for water when I was young. We had our own wells. We drove off, when we was out building fence and stuff and living in the bush, I've been known to lay down and drink right out of this running stream, cow ponds, rivers. Over the years, probably a period of 25 years or better, I did that. Wherever I was at, if I was thirsty, I got a drink. I never thought about parasite or anything like that. It's possible to get them, I guess. Or getting sick on water. I didn't. I mean, my system is different from other people, but when I do get sick, I'm definitely sick. But so far as drinking right out of stream stuff never made me sick. We come down here in Poto, Oklahoma and drink their water for a few years and see what happens to you. Right out of the Worcester River. They say it comes from Worcester. And it's a pretty lake, but it's a muddy lake. It's got a mud bottom. Mostly. It's got some rock in it in different places on it. It's a pretty good sized lake. I think it's about 36 miles long or something like that around it anyway. And I've fished that old lake many a time. I've swam in that lake and partied down there many a time with friends and family. And I do. Worcester's just a muddy old lake. It's not nothing like what some of y'all may be used to, a clear creek or water resource and all, but I would not drink out of that lake. It's nasty. And this one down here at Poto Lake behind my house, down here about 500 yards from the house, is a lake called Lakeview. It's Lakeview Edition I live in. I'm one block from the last block off the last block on the road that goes east of my house here, going that ways east. Going back of me is the east end of my house here. Cabin anyway, and you go down there, and I used to go down there and fish and get bullfrogs, and I still will in the spring or when they have a season. I think there's seasons on them bullfrogs. I had to check, and I know you can only get so many today. Got some limit on how many you can take legally, but you do want to clean more than probably 10 or 12, 15 frogs a day anyway. That'd be a pretty good mess for one man to take and kill. Just like the rabbits, I wouldn't kill more than I could eat in a day, maybe 2 or 3. More than I could eat in a couple of days is plenty. Now, I remember when I was young and foolish, and there was plenty of rabbits back then, where I lived up north, and I killed, me and my neighbor, come up, his name was C.P. Cisco. He was an ex-vet. He went all the way through Korea and part of Vietnam, and his son went through Vietnam. He was a veteran. Me and C.P. Cisco was his name. We went up there, and me and him and my dad hunted for, I don't know, half a day, and we killed, between the three of us, 108 rabbits. We butchered and cleaned rabbits that evening until we were sick of cleaning rabbits, but we took them, we cleaned them. We waste nothing. But I didn't know if there was, I don't think there was any limit back then on what you could kill in Oklahoma at that time. There might have been. I probably just didn't know the law very good and didn't give a crap. I lived way out in the country and we did what we pleased. But looking back on it now, we probably shouldn't have taken that many at one time, because you got to leave seed to grow back some more, And when you take everything and don't put nothing back, then what happens? It comes extinct. Well, something's going on down here in southeast Oklahoma. I don't know if it's chemicals, I don't know if it's water or what, or if they're just not got no food supply anymore. But our rabbits are mighty thin to find. Like I said, I drove around here on the back roads and all about trying to find rabbit, looking in brush thickets and stuff and briar patches, and there's just not that many briar patches anymore down here. There's a few, but most of them on private property that I can't get on, so I don't know if there's rabbit on them or not. But I haven't seen them. any rabbits in about a year now. They're getting scarce because I used to, hunt them and eat the rabbit for my food. Now I'm down to squirrels. Mostly squirrels and hamburger meat. You get a little bit of hamburger meat through the Indian commodities that I get. But, it's not but a couple pounds a month, so they give me on that, which ain't much. So I hunt for a lot of my food, and for squirrels and such, and fishing and eating catfish. But anyway, right now I ain't even got no catfish. I wish I did. That would be good tonight. But this chili will be fine. It's good to eat too. It'll walk. It's starting to thicken up the way I want it. I'm just cooking it down till I get this chili in good shape. Actually, it's probably ready to eat, but I like my tomato sauce real thick, and I'm just trying to get it thickened up a little more because I think I put too much water out of that can of beans with it. Because I used canned beans tonight. I didn't have any kidney bean. I had veggie beans, so it may not be as good, but it's a bean. It'll work. I've eaten them before. But some people don't like kidney beans. I like either one. They're beans. It's just bean to me. I like the brown beans straight that I make homemade. And whenever I boil them up and put those pinto beans over in chili, then they're good. And I like lots of Cajun seasoning, peppers, and onions, because all that's good for your digestion. Some people don't like hot pepper. Well, some people are allergic to it, and it burns their mouth, and they may not want it that hot, and that's okay. They're just different strokes for different folks, I guess, on flavor and what they like. But me being alone here, I cook it how I want. Now, when I had my ex-old lady with me, oh man, she was something. She didn't like anything to have even the least little bit of pepper because it would swell her lips. And I said, see, you're ready to pucker for kissing that way. But she didn't find it funny. Her lips were swelled. The poor thing was allergic to it, to the pepper. And old Wes, my cousin, Harris, he went and put a lot of too much pepper. He got overbearing with it. It don't take that much pepper to make it good. I just want a hint of pepper in it myself anymore. I don't care for it being so hot that it burns my tongue. If it's hot enough to make my brow sweat, that's all I want. Because then I know it's doing its job. Pepper's purifying my system. And it takes a lot of poisons out of your body, pepper does. It helps your digestion system and stuff. Now, it won't get rid of parasites. I doubt that. Pepper probably won't. I don't have that much study on that. But now, I've been told that honey and vinegar will take parasites out of you. I know honey's good for allergies in your own area if you will eat honey. It's expensive, kind of, but, for a quart it may cost $8 here, or what it was. It may go up since his gas keeps climbing. But it was $8 a quart for honey right here in our hometown area. And there's a couple of people I know of that have honey farms, but their bees are just not doing too good right now. They're just barely surviving themselves, so they're not selling any right now. But in the summer months, they have plenty, and so we get honey then usually from the bee guy. A couple of bee guys has got this honey, and it's good for you. On a lot of accounts, it can be used as a laxative. It's just good to take a tablespoon of honey a day, mainly because I like it. If I had it, right now I've got some sorghum, I don't have any honey. Now I don't know just exactly what sorghum is good for, but it tastes good. I know I like it over biscuit and butter, but I don't eat it every day. I eat some sorghum. I've got a little pint of it, and my brother-in-law gave me half of what he had in the quart jar. But I've got about a pint of that stuff, and it's good on biscuit and butter on a cold morning. If you got any biscuits, I ain't had none in a while. Mainly because I can't build a fire right now. I can, but if I do, I take my reserve away, and I ain't got much wood left to spare in case of a cold night hit and my electric goes off. I got to heat my rear end. I can make my bread.